Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with my design team project for Justine Jenkins over at House of Mahalo. This is my guest design team project for the month of August. And so I'm working with her Peach kit. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called, but it's Peach something. And I absolutely love it. So we are going to make a triple belly band piece of ephemera using the kit. And basically it's got 3 layers of paper. So you got your bottom layer. So this will be glued onto the page here and here. And then you can stick stuff behind there, right here. And then you've got another belly band that's slightly smaller. That's paper as well. And then the top belly band is typically vellum, which I absolutely love. And then a little bit of decor on there. And then we've got a whale tail punch there and some seam binding. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So we're only going to make one on camera. Oh, these are go with that too. I was wondering, I thought I saw a whole lot more seam binding there. So this is the one. And when I store them, I paper clip them so everything stays together as best as possible. But I also made one for the sewing journal. So this is one that I made off camera. And so it's got 2 large cards that will go in behind, as I just mentioned. And then we've got, again, you've got your second belly band, which is here. Let me take stuff out so you can kind of see what this looks like without everything in it. Really stuffed. So you've got layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. And this is some pattern paper. It's a digital kit. And then again, all of these digitals from this kit have most of them, a lot of them have a zipper that goes up the side. And so I use that again to kind of create a little bit of decoration there. So that's the one I made for the vintage sewing journal. And we're going to be making this one on camera. Obviously we're using her kit, so I want to make sure that we're focusing on that. But as I mentioned, in an earlier video, I need to make more stuff so that I have things that are just for just my stash. So we're going to be making this one for the Bright and Cheery sewing journal. I'll be making that one off camera. I just wanted to show you that I am making 2 more off camera. So for a total of 5. And then this one will just go into my stash as just general ephemera. These are papers from chapter 1. So as I mentioned again in that other video. I've got so many papers that I want to use, and when I'm just doing themed stuff and I'm not really building up the stash, yeah, it's good. And I apologize, I've got that line across the screen. I'm not sure what that's about. I can't figure out where that reflection is coming from, but it is what it is. So let's just move that mouse, and I've got my normal supplies, eyelet setter. I did order a new one. I think this one's toast. I think I've had it for 4 years, so it's had a good life, but it's just not working. My eyelets, ink, a vintage photo archival ink, corner rounder, Fabri-Tac. I don't know that we're going to need the Fabri-Tac, but I like to have it out just in case. And then my white Barely Arts glue. So everything is already pre-cut because I want to keep this video short. It is Sunday, August the 24th. It is my baby sister's birthday. And as I mentioned before, she is no longer with us. And so I'm dealing with some mixed feelings, as would be, normal, right? And we go back to work tomorrow. So we don't have students until Tuesday, but we do go tomorrow for some training and then some class time work. So to get ready for the students. So I've got all of my bits here. I've got this. I like to use that to separate things. As you know, I like to just use a strip of paper. And then I've got some whale tail tabs, a word from the kit, memories. And then I just love that cute little picture of that dog. I thought that would be great addition to the front of that belly band. So I'm just going to set those little bits over there. And so we've got our belly band piece. We've got some cards that are going to go there. We've got our second belly band piece, the middle, with cards that go behind there. Or just, I guess there's just one. I'll have to find another one. That's not quite enough. And then this one is the base. Okay, so that's what she's going to look like. Now you could make these any width that you like. You could make everything narrower, but this measures, the one we're making measures 4 1/4 inches wide, the largest piece. So I really like to round the corners on these things. So I think what I'm going to do, what I'm going to start with is I'm going to round the corners on our belly band. I'm going to have to grab a scrap because my punch will not punch these, that paper. So let me just grab a scrap here. So I'm ready for that. So let me just speed through that and I'll be right back. Okay, well, I just finished inking this last bit. These all match, so you want to cut these in terms of height, obviously, to fit your journal. So I always make mine 8 1/4 inches tall, so I'm just going to confirm that. Yeah, 8 1/4, so they are all the same height, okay? And then obviously they are staggered widths. Again, you can decide for yourself. They are printed on 65-pound paper. Why is this one longer? Why is this one longer? Come on, Cara-Renee. It is. Look at that. It is longer. Okay, I'm going to cut a little bit off of that, which means I need to cut those corners again, which was a pain in the patootie, but we can handle it. So, what was I going to say? I don't even know what I was going to say. I'm a little out of sorts today. Okay, there we go. Oh, I know what I was going to say. 65-pound paper is what I print on because I like a really strong base. You would not need to cover print on the back. I just automatically do, so I don't have to worry about that and wonder what I'm, if I pick up something that I want to use, and it's white on the back, it's kind of discouraging and kind of, yeah, then I have to have an extra step. So we're going to go ahead and glue this down. So we're going to put glue here, and the white glue is going to be your friend here. You want a very narrow bead of glue there, as narrow as you can get. Just boom and boom. Okay. And then I like to line it up to, obviously the top or the bottom. I'm eye-spying the distance on the sides as well to try to control that's about the same. That looks pretty good. And then just plop that other side down and give it a good press. Okay, don't worry too much about it. This one could have been wider. I think in some of the other ones I'm making, I did make the base one a little bit wider so that you could see the layers more, but you can do whatever you want to do. And this is from the kit as well. I love script on vellum. It's just so wonderful. So again, glue top and bottom. This is a very beginner-friendly project. It's a great way to add a lot of ephemera behind in your belly band really easily. So we're going to just, again, put that down and then just line it up and scoot it over just to try to get it even. Again, perfection is not at play here. There we go. Oops, that's not straight. That's not straight. Let's pull her over a little bit. See if we can fix that up. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. And when I say perfection is not at play, what I mean is that if I didn't catch that and I can see it's not even. There's this wider over here. I'm not going to tear this thing apart and try to start over. It's not that important. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on the this bit. So I liked this strip because it's going to pull in the colors from that piece that's below it. So is that the right height? What did I do when I measured this stuff? Oh my heavens. Oh, I guess that is right. I'm going to ink this up. I think I'm going to go ahead and round those corners. I did use the 7mm rounder on this project. Typically I go for the 10. So yesterday we celebrated my grandson Rusty Remington Tevlin. We celebrated his 16th birthday. His birthday's actually tomorrow. And we had a great time. My daughter got a slip and slide out, well, a tarp. And all the young people went down the hill on various various objects. I usually do the slip and slide, but in the past like 3 years, I've gotten hurt right before school every summer. So I wasn't gonna play around with that. So I did not do the slip and slide. Normally I'm all about that, but not yesterday. And it was so hot. Our temperatures are so hot. They've been hot all week. Again, this is Sunday, so all week it's been just scorching, which is unusual for us in the Pacific Northwest here in Washington State, to have that many days in a row that are really hot. So it's been interesting. Thankfully, we do have central air, so that keeps life manageable. So look, so you see that layering that you get, which is what I love about paper crafting, whether you're making cards or whatever, working in a scrapbook. The layers they give so much personality to your project. So I love those. So we've got this puppy. Let's pull that puppy out. I think he would be so cute right there. What do you think? I'm almost second thinking it, but I didn't find any other ones that really jumped out at me. This one was the one that was speaking to me at the time, so we're going to go ahead and go with it. So I'm just going to glue that on the front of this. I can glue it all the way down. So I'm going to do that. So how are you guys doing? Are you guys having hot temperatures where you're at? I know not all of you are in the United States, so you may even be in other seasons than I am. I am looking forward to getting back to a normal life schedule because my eating is off the charts. It's ridiculous, and I need my structure back. I need my schedule. I need my 7:30 to 2:30 work schedule and my walking before school when the weather's nice, and that's what I need. So I'm really looking forward to it. So these are the large cards that will go behind here. So I'm going to go ahead and round these really quick and ink them up, and I'll just speed that up for you. I love this background paper. This is in the kit. This is going to go on my desktop in a folder of my favorite background papers because it's just really subtle. It's that tea stain color, but with the little bits of kind of a dusty pink is really, really gorgeous. So we've got our 2 cards. So these 2 cards are going to have tabs on them. So I think I've got this too tight. Just put it on. So I haven't been very, other than going to the party yesterday, I haven't really been doing much outside of the house. So yeah. So we've got both sides. I think we'll go with the flower side. But anyway, I was curious. I was just thinking as I was doing that inking, what is your favorite season? Like what is the season that makes you feel just like, I don't know, just full of joy and full of hope and all of that. I'm curious. Everybody's different. Lots of people like the fall and they like the sweater and boot weather. I don't, because I always run hot. So, and then people crank the heat up and then I'm just dying because I'm too hot, and it's getting better, but it still is the struggle is real. Mine is spring. But I would love to know, what is your favorite and why? I like to get to know you guys all a little bit better. So as you know, if you've watched me at all, I like to stagger my tabs. So I'll put a tab on this bottom one up at the top towards here, and then the other one will go down here so that they're not stacked on one another in the journal. So I'm just going to put those on really quick. So let's just start with this one. And I just put it on there really quick and then turn it over. And well, in this case, I'm not trying to center it, so it doesn't matter. I just look to see that those tips are along that edge. And then we'll go ahead and put this one on as well. What is wrong with my arm? Oh my word. My arm is saying, no, we don't like this watch band on. There we go. So put this one down towards the bottom, about the same distance from the bottom as that one is what I aim for. I don't measure or anything. I just kind of go for the gusto. Okay. And so let's go ahead and get the eyelet setter, which is not working. And I don't know what the deal is because my eyelets are the same as I use all the time. So I've been purchasing these from the same seller over and over and over again. So I don't know what is wrong. It's got to be this. When you go to set the eyelet, it just doesn't push it down. And I've like messed with these and it's not working. So I did order one. I'm like, it's been 4 years. So, and I did get my new trimmer too. So I mentioned that in a previous video. I got the Fiskars, but it's got the scoring blade. And Fiskars, this is the triple blade, so it's got that wire, which is really nice. I've missed that, so I'm really really enjoying that. I did a lot of this work using that new cutter. So, and my cutter was really old too, so I'm like, it's time. I'm just gonna do it. Okay. Oh, that one's set. Why did that one set? Oh, very strange indeed. Again, I suppose it's possible I got a bad lot, but I guess if I did, and it's the eyelets and the other setter doesn't do any different, I might just return the other one. Yeah, see, that one didn't. So it's got this big gap. It's like it's not able, so you can see that? It's not able to squish it in there. I don't know why. I've never had that problem. I gotta take this off, guys. Sorry. Maybe it's because it's warm out. It's very warm out. It's like 100 degrees outside. So there we go. Bare arms with the tan line. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our seam binding in. So I've got 3. So I guess I'm putting 3 bits. Okay, so we'll do 2 of this one. Just gonna go ahead and thread these through. It's kind of a peachy color seam binding. It's almost time for me to order more from my scrap cabin shop. Love her seam binding. Really, really love it. She's got every color. She does switch them out, so you can't always get the exact same color again over time. I don't know if they're seasonal or she just comes up with new colors. Doesn't really matter, but it's all good. So my husband's very excited to have his desk. He put his desk together, so now he's starting to kind of plan how he wants to organize his stuff and all of that. So it's fun because it's what I do all the time. So it's kind of cool to see him exploring what he's gonna love. So these go like that. So see how those are staggered, and then the one that's gonna be a smaller card, I'll make sure that the punch or the tab is here. So I'm just going to set that aside, and it's this one right here. So I'm going to round the corners and ink this, and then we'll talk again. Okay, so that's going to be our middle card. So then I like to just kind of put this here and then just aim for, by just comparing it to the card below it, I can kind of guesstimate where I want that. In fact, I think I'm going to make a mark just for the sake of the video. I'm just going to make a mark. Let me get that out of the way. Right there. We'll just put it right there. I got a big pencil mark there. Yeah. So I've got a smaller tab because I like to do that second layer a little bit smaller. Oh, that one's completely tea stained. That's kind of pretty. We'll go with this one. It's got a little bit of a flower on it. Getting ready to do the flip through for the beach journal, and then I think I'm gonna start putting together the spring journal. I think that's gonna be my next one I'm gonna tackle because I think I've got tons of ephemera. So I'm just lining that up and trying to get it center-ish. Again, I don't worry about it too much. And then let's go ahead and give that a good give this a hole and an eyelet. because nine times out of 10 it doesn't set. So that tells me that it's probably the eyelet setter, not the eyelets, or not the, because see, it's just too thick. I don't know. I'll stop yammering about that. So we're going to go ahead and feed this through there as well. And you do want these all to come out the same side, because something that I've run into in the past when I do some fantabulous, you know, flary, fun piece of ephemera, and I can have the tabs going the wrong way, and then they create bulk in your journal rather than sticking out the sides, which is the ultimate goal, is for them to just stick out the sides. So again, this is going to go here, and then in real life this would kind of be up there in placement, and then it sticks out this side too, which again gives you that beautiful layered effect. So then this one will go behind here. That's behind the third belly band, or the third piece and the second piece. And then we've got two smaller pieces, and they're going to go right here. Oh, the dog is repeated. I'm not liking that. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to use this one. I'm going to find a different one than this, because I don't want to repeat the dog. I mean, we'll see. Let's see what it looks like. So let me go ahead and round these in ink, and I'll be right back. Might be okay to have a dog layered dogs. I think it'll be okay. Just finish inking up the back here. There we go. Get that eyelet out of there. So then this one will slide here behind the belly. Oh, that's really pretty actually. Look, it's a mystery. It's a ghost dog. That's fun. And then we'll try to set this one up on the top a little bit higher so that we can, that's kind of weird. I might cut a different bigger piece to go behind this one and not use the fox, but anyway, that is really it. And then we've got a word, and then I'm going to grab some of my lace. This is my lace from Spain that I love to use, so it kind of goes with everything, which is right up my alley. Love it. Okay, whoops, got a little bit of a weird edge there. Okay, so and I'll show you, this is how it tears. It's just so fantastic. So I just tear a strip like that, and it pulls and tatters, and I just cut it off. Now I don't like this edge can't be manipulated because it's a sewn edge, so I'm gonna just try to cut a little bit of that off. And I do use that often for other things, so I don't throw it away. Just like that. And then you can pull it back apart because it's just that kind of beautiful, beautiful lace. I'll probably never get something from Spain again. I know people are struggling with the tariffs. So Etsy people are really having a time of it, which I feel bad for them. There we go. Just put that right there. Oh, it's so pretty. So this is, sometimes if it's just like gauze or something, I just put glue on the piece that I'm putting on top of it and let that be the adhering. But this is a little bit of a thicker lace, so I'm going to go ahead and use some Fabri-Tac here. So I did need Fabri-Tac, like so, and just I kind of make sure it's even-ish. And it can even kind of double over there. That's kind of pretty. Okay, and then we'll put our little, I wonder if I've got a little bit of bling. Let me look in my bling drawer. See if I've got something that's, oh, look at this. Look at these. We need to do that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's the beauty of knowing where everything is in your studio. So I know that the bling is right there to my right. I know where everything is in my studio currently, which means that if I pause and I think, I can remember to use things that are out of sight. Look at that. Oh, I think we need to do, should we do the light ones or the dark ones? I think the dark ones. Let's do it. They're a little thickish, but it's okay. I allow for that. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of, you know what, I think this, I'm going to try the white glue this time and see what happens. I'm going to put one on either side of that little quote, kind of centering it a bit. That might not hold because it's on top of that textile, but we'll see. We'll see how she rolls. And we'll put the other one on this side. We're not even, but that's okay. The word is not. It's, can we move it? Oh, we can. Let's move it over a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Better. So that is our project for today. Thank you so much for Justine for allowing me to be a part of your team and share your beautiful digitals. Everything for about Justine will be linked down below in the description box, as well as a link to where you can get this kit and look at all of her other beautiful digitals. So she has other things other than digitals in her shop too. So I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.